You alright? What's the cane?
I'm having some leg problems. You could say.
Okay.
I got run over by a train.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't you threaten to run me over
I
with the train?
I did threaten that, and then it happened to me.
Huh.
Yeah. And I might lose the leg. We'll see.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
I really hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah, me too. Me too. But there's a lot of talk about robot legs, so maybe it won't be too bad.
I mean, could be cool.
Could be cool. Well, Kit, I mean, you know why I wanted to talk to you. I feel very conflicted right now, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Yeah.
I literally just met with... Sorry to cut you off. I just met with
No,
Lovesick,
keep going.
and I've met with Suarez to have a conversation with them about how, you know, it makes me nervous. A lot of ex-cops being on the street, but I wanted to give them a shot the way I was given a shot. But I feel like I've given you a shot, and I want this time to be different. But how do I know it? How do I know it is? Because you know, I had a lot of fun hanging out with you before that all happened, and I want, I would like to be able to continue doing fun shit with you if this is really the path you're going to take. But I'm sure you can understand my hesitancy. Yeah.
You know, I think I understand it a lot more now than I did before.
Why is that?
I had a talk with Jenny Hall today, and, you know, something that Jenny said to me is, don't go through with this, and however long down the line, you know, decide that you want to be a cop again. Don't allow these people to trust you, to tell you things, and then go back on your word. And I don't think it really resonated with me what I did to you until that moment. Like I understood, but I don't think I was empathetic enough. And I'm really sorry about it.
Thank you.
I shouldn't have ever done that.
Yeah, I mean, I know I trusted you a lot, and I did feel betrayed. But
I want you to know I never said anything to anybody.
I know, Ray told me
about any of that.
And you could have. And I don't know. I've changed a lot too recently, as you can tell.
What? What do you mean?
Shut the fuck up. And you know, I showed up down here after I left the clowns, before I was even like this, still with a fucking mask on. And I hopped over the wall of the Billabong and asked Dundee for a shot. And he had no reason to give me one. I had been nothing but an enemy to him up until that day. But he said yes, and he gave me a shot. And I think I'm a better man now because of that. And so I would really like to offer you and all of the ex-police who are coming to the streets the same thing that D gave me. So I want you to know that, like, I'm going to be apprehensive and maybe nervous at times, but I'm willing to go out on a limb again for you, because I hope that this time you really mean it.
I do. It, like, I know I gave my 2 weeks, but there was no going back after the conversation that I had with Slacks yesterday.
Really?
No. It's in 2 weeks I am giving them my badge and I'm not looking back. Hell, it might be sooner. Who knows? They might kick me out sooner.
Well, let me tell you something, Kit. If you, I don't know, do you plan on entering the criminal life, or are you going to be laying low?
I'm sure I'll probably do something.
Because
I don't think I'm gonna walk out of the PD shooting a bunch of cops.
Of course, yeah, of course.
You're
not Lenny Hawk.
No, I was one of the cops he shot after all. It's a tricky thing because through my time in PD, I've really learned a lot about myself, and I've turned a blind eye to a lot of things. I always wanted to be a good cop, and while I could kind of justify it in the fact of well, I'm not doing crime, but if I kind of look the other way here, if somebody is telling me that they just committed a crime, or and well, it wasn't a violent crime, so it's okay, and that wasn't the kind of cop I wanted to be. And I think that people are sometimes dealt a card, and they have to just make the best of it. And I never really faulted people for the crimes that they committed. I think that that's not the kind of cop that they want in the PD.
I'm glad you said that, because one of the questions I had for Suarez when he was Lovesick, when he was telling me that, he left because he realized that the PD didn't appreciate him as much as the other people. He didn't, no one cared about him, all that sort of stuff. And I said, okay, but back in the day when you used to arrest us, you saw a violent criminal who was hurting people and society. So what has changed now that you can stand next to me and not look at me like that? And that's the question that I have for everyone, all of you guys who are, obviously on your own journeys, but on similar paths, is, and I think you just answered it, is, why now can some people who had such a strong moral conviction about who we were, why can they now stand side by side with us? That's the question that I'm looking for, and I think that what you said is kind of at the middle of that.
I will say I'm not a violent person. I don't intend to be violent towards other people for the sake of violence. I understand that things may happen and people that I care about may be in trouble, and that's one thing, but I will say I'm not interested in.
But that is the thing, right? None of us
sake of it.
None of us hurt anyone for the sake of it. What you used to have in the PD was co-workers. What we have out here is family, and when someone hurts your family, you do what you got to do to protect them. That's the only reason we've ever hurt anybody. No one does this for fun. No one wants to kill, be killed, watch their friends die.
I mean, maybe except for Carmine and Bobby.
Okay, maybe except for, yeah, maybe. There's some exceptions, but a general rule,
Yeah.
So if you get into this life, that will happen, but you'll want to do it because it'll be to protect the people that you love. And
I hear what you're saying.
I don't know, Kit. I'm worried, but there's a part of me that was confused but happy when I heard the news that you were resigning, because I always liked you, and those couple of that 3 hours driving up the East Coast, you remember that?
When we were looking for the weed racks
public
that
drying
never
rack.
existed.
Yeah. That was fun, and I don't know. I haven't. It's hard to have fun in 3 hours driving up the same fucking road. So I was excited.
It was fun.
And I hope that
Maybe we can go look for public drying racks.
Let's do
again
for old time's sake. Yeah.
There's got to be something.
It's got to be there. He said it was in a shack. There's a bunch of shacks on the East Coast.
God, I can't believe we fell for that.
Me neither. I was so convinced too. Guys, you need to chill. Anytime I'm talking to a woman doesn't mean that it's something like that. Okay, you guys need to fucking relax. Yeah, it was pretty funny. But yeah, I know. I hope that we can have more times like that in the future, kid, and I hope that you I hope I can be I don't want to say proven wrong because I don't want to assume that you're going to fuck up, but I hope that you prove yourself right, I guess, you know.
That's fair.
But I'm glad ultimately.
It was weird. I gave this 2 weeks and I thought, it'll be great. I don't know if great's the right word. Maybe not great, but I'll get on duty and I'll do my thing. And then, I'll do this the right way. And then I got on duty today and I thought about all the people that had reached out to me that, were like, oh, I'll help you. You're going to be great. Like, you're not alone in this. And I thought, fuck, am I going to have to arrest them? Like, how can I do this? I don't know if I'm going to last 2 weeks.
Well, you don't owe them shit. Just remember that.
I don't know who. The PD or
yeah, the PD. You don't know them shit.
Yeah,
no.
I wasn't sure who the them was.
Sorry, the PD.
Like, well, they're being really nice to me.
No, yeah. If you feel like you can't make it, you don't owe them that 2 weeks. Do what feels right for you, but don't stay because you feel you need to or because it's the right look or whatever. Because they would drop you on a dime. They wouldn't give you as much respect.
Yeah. I don't think you're wrong saying that.
But whatever you do, Sorry, go on.
Might give it like another day or so and see if it still feels weird, and if it does, I might just call it. I thought I could do it, but now after today I'm realizing maybe there's a reason people just quit and hand over their keys.
Yeah. Well, I think it comes down to that. Like, you feel some sort of respect and obligation still for the institution you thought you were a part of, but eventually you realize that institution doesn't have the same respect for you.
No. I mean, I wish I could say that I expected somebody from command or high command to say something to me today, but I honestly didn't expect anybody to say anything, and nobody did.
It's kind of what Lovesick said. But like I said, you used to have coworkers. You're entering into a life where we're a lot more than that to each other.
Yeah. I'm scared. Don't get me wrong. It's a big step.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I saw Finley Milton, and he was very kind, and he offered me a job at his mechanic shop.
Nice.
Once I get master mechanic or whatever. So at least that'll be something to do. And there's always farming, and there's crime, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, hey, maybe I'll give you a call to help me out with something one of these days.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about hanging out with Bobby instead of Bonbon?
Bobby?
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to get to know Bobby.
Yeah, me too. working on it.
Are you enjoying the BBMC?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I have a lot of things that I didn't used to have. A lot of people around me. It's good.
You ever miss the clowns?
No. No, I think I found my family.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, I hope you find your family too. Because it's good. It feels good. It's nice knowing that there's all these people who would drive into hellfire for me. You know what I mean? And I would do the same for them.
Yeah, we'll see. I got a couple of people that I'm very close with.
Well, yeah, you already got fucking Ray, right? You guys together right now or what?
We're dating.
You were really bad at making it not obvious that you were still in love with him back in the day.
I know.
You were so bad at that.
I know.
You were so bad at that. Read you like a book.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody can. I don't have a very good poker face.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Oh, God.
Well, hey.
I'm gonna have to get a better one if I'm gonna be a criminal.
Well, you two can, you two get to be completely free with each other now, so I guess that's got to feel good, right?
I know. He immediately started talking about crime in front of me when he found out I quit. He's like, I don't have to say allegedly anymore.
Yeah, you know, Ray and I, we've tussled and we've had our beefs, but I got respect for that guy. I got some respect for him.
That's good.
And, you know, I talked to him about you the other day as well. And he definitely had your back.
It's nice to hear.
Yeah. Well, that's really, I guess all I had to say. I just wanted to talk to you since I heard about that. I heard about this yesterday, and I figured we had some talking to do. I know I was antagonizing you a lot for a long time, but I'm a new guy now. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf with some people.
I appreciate you reaching out. I really do. I think that's the one thing that I didn't really expect how many people would be just open armed. Not that I'm not saying you're open armed.
Yeah, I get it.
But just
my arms aren't closed.
Very welcoming to me leaving the PD.
Yeah, because it's good news. It's potentially another good one on our side and one less on theirs, you know. They want to,
I don't know,
force out all the good cops.
Left with
well, yeah, then we're left with what, Jimbo Sutton? Yeah, I'm not worried about that motherfucker. He can't catch me.
Yeah, it's fair.
Okay.
It's fair.
Let him talk his shit.
I know. He does bark a lot.
He does bark a lot, yeah, but the problem is you can bark a lot, but if you don't have a bike, it kind of stops being scary.
Yeah.
But, no, well, I don't know. I'm glad, and I hope it works out.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I think it'll work out. You know, it's probably going to be a little rocky at the beginning and scary and weird, but God, I didn't realize how many people I had around me. Except for my sister. She's very upset. She's about the only one that's extremely upset.
Sorry, but we hit her with a wrench the other day. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That was mean.
Yeah, well, listen. It was my buddy who hit her with the wrench, and she called him Four Eyes, I think. He didn't like that very much. He
Oh,
He's a bit sensitive about that.
It sounds like her.
Yeah.
She called a cop 4 eyes and he was into it.
What do you mean he was into it?
He was into it.
What do you mean he was into it? What is... Like, this guy goes home at night with his wife and he's like, yeah, baby, call me 4 eyes.
I think he
Tell me I'm a nerd.
Yeah, I think he liked that she was, like, talking back to him.
Oh, my God. Which cop was that?
Oh, I can't put him on blast.
Please put them on blast. Please.
But it was pretty funny. He asked, he's like, she won't text me back. And I was like, because she probably doesn't like you. I don't know what you want me to say.
What, doesn't he like that she doesn't text him back? Isn't that his whole thing?
I
guess
know.
he'd only like it if he texted
know.
her back, shut the fuck up, stupid bitch.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, then he might like it. So tell her not to do that. Oh my. So what about you and your sister then? What's happening there?
She feels like I'm leaving her. She's a receptionist at the PD.
Mm-hmm.
And she feels like I'm leaving her behind. And it's not the case. I mean, we've had loads of talks about me leaving PD. She said, you know, she was like, I think you'll be totally fine if you leave the PD. It was one of the things that kind of gave me the courage to do it. And she's just, I tried to say to her, like, we'll have more time to spend together now. You know, that I'm not a cop. I won't be off, you know, chasing criminals around. I'll actually be able to spend more time with you, but I just felt bad.
She's just scared. Change is scary.
She dyed her hair and everything.
She's rebelling? Is she your younger sister?
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
Okay. Well, I think...
called me a bad role model and everything.
I would think that you would be...
What the hell is she? She robbed somebody like a week ago.
She did what?
Shut up. She robbed somebody with Benji.
What?
So
Tell me the story. I've never heard of such a thing.
What happened?
It was me, chat, that she robbed. It was me that she robbed
is, like,
on my other character.
Benji robbed 2 people. And then I show up at MRPD because she's texting me and she's like, Kit, I'm freaking out. And I'm like, all right. And I get there and these 2 guys show up and they're like, oh, Tilly, you're going to pay for PD applications. And she turns to me and she's like, Kit, I need $5,000. And I'm like, what? And she's like, my job depends on it. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I give her $5,000. And apparently those were the guys that she robbed. And they're like holding it over her head.
Okay, hold on. Let me get this straight. She robbed 2 guys who knew that she was a receptionist?
Yes.
And she didn't wear a mask?
I don't know why she didn't dump them.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Come on, Benji should have known better.
That is crazy.
So... yeah, and then she gives me the guilt trip, and she even kind of threw that back in my face. She's like, you were telling me not to do crime.
Wait a second, so she's a criminal too. So what does she mean leaving her behind?
And I'll just say, I didn't tell her not to do crime. I just said, you're flying awfully close to the sun, and you probably need to make a decision of what you want to do.
Yeah.
I don't care if she does crime. I just don't think she should be a receptionist and a criminal.
It's crazy that she's doing both of those things, but honestly, I kind of respect it.
It's kind of funny.
Maybe she could be like an inside person, you know what I mean? Maybe we've got the makings of a mole here.
Maybe.
You think you would corrupt your sister?
I mean, I asked her if she wanted to come with me. Now. But I don't want to put any pressure on her. If she wants to do that, I, you know, will help her with whatever I can. But if she wants to stay a receptionist, I'm more than happy for her.
I mean, it sounds like she's going to play both sides till the decision is made for her, and it will be one day.
I really hope it doesn't come to that, but...
what's the worst that happens? She gets arrested, loses her job, and then she's out doing shit with you.
True.
I see no downsides.
guess we'll see what happens.
That's a crazy story.
I know. It's wild. Don't tell anybody that, though, because I don't want it
That's
to spread around.
That's between you and me.
Yeah, I don't want that to actually get back to the PD.
No, I won't do that.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
That is crazy.
I can't believe she robbed somebody.
She didn't even wear a mask?
No, apparently not.
Did she like?
She's kind of a badass, honestly.
That is kind of badass. Like, doesn't give a fuck, but then it kind of fucked her.
No, the only person it effed was me.
Well, yeah, I guess it was
$5,000.
Yeah, it was you that got fucked. Yeah. Oh my god! Wow, sounds like an interesting little sister.
She's great. She's the best.
She got some fire about her. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's way tougher than I am.
There's different sorts of toughness, kid. We'll see.
I hope, I think she'll come around eventually. I think she's just, she's worried. But, it's like everything we do together, we do off duty anyways. So
yeah.
I think when she realizes that I'll have even more time for her now.
And if she sees that you're potentially happier, I would hope. I'm sure that'll help.
Yeah, I told her. She said, why are you leaving? I said, because I haven't been happy in a while. And I said, how many times have we had, conversations about how the PD is all messed up and how I'm upset? And she's like, well, I'd rather have conversations every day and you be unhappy than you leave. And it's like, okay, that's selfish.
That is selfish. She doesn't know. She's probably worried you won't have time with her, but you're right. You'll have more time for her.
Does she think I'm just going to be doing crime 24 hours a day?
Robbing laundromat, robbing cash exchange, shooting cops.
Yeah. Sorry, Tilly, I can't hang out with you. I'm shooting cops right now.
I'm shooting cops and robbing laundromats. Bye.
At the same time.
Oh, no, she'll be fine. Don't worry about her. She's little sisters,
Yeah.
I'd say that like I have
one.
I'm sure she will.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, you too. And I'm looking forward to.
I'll let you know when it's official.
Please do, because I want to start knowing when I can invite you along to stuff.
Okay. I'm going to be a terrible criminal, by the way, and probably trip over myself, but I'll do my best.
You remember I was with the clowns for a long time, right?
Yeah.
I'm used to tripping over yourself. It's okay.
Yeah. Although I will say, I think one of the best evaders on foot is Chatterbox.
Oh, without a doubt. Oh, there's absolutely no doubt about that. I don't know how he does it.
He's crazy.
He's very, very good. Don't ever follow that motherfucker into the funhouse.
Oh, I have, and he disappears every single time.
Yeah, he taught me that funhouse. I can do that shit too now. Not as good as him, but I'll lead a cop in there on a fucking chase. It's like an easy dub right there.
Yeah, it is. All right.
I'll let you go.
Get out of your hair.
So, I'm excited, kid, and I'm willing to trust you one more time. Give you another shot.
Thank you. I won't let you down like I did before.
I'm glad to hear it.